Unheard of.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Unheard of. We're back. We had a 2-week break, and now we back to serve up our listeners and our watchers for YouTube more content, man. We're back, Jared.
It's true. Season three.
Oh yeah, season 3.
Yeah. How was your break, man?
It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I went on a trip to Florida for my cousin's wedding, and partied it up. Had a lot of fun. It was a good trip.
Yeah. I mean, as people know, you actually famously missed the last episode.
That's true.
So we had to do it without you, but I hope you listened to it because everybody's wondering, man. Our vaccine watch is still going on. I mean, you got anything to report?
Hey, I feel like the meme went on for long enough. So I went and got my first shot.
Dang. Now the vaccine watch has to officially retire.
Are you sad? You sound sad about that. Like
I got to tell you, I worked pretty hard on my clock animation, and I only got to use it for like 3 weeks because I came up with it way too late. But it's sad for the editor and me. Although if you miss the second shot, we can still use it because then you're not fully vaccinated. Did you get the Pfizer?
I should. No, I got the Pfizer.
Oh,
but I'm definitely gonna make my second dosage.
So it's only like a 3-week wait time.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I had to wait, a month. I got that Moderna shot, so.
Dang, they made you wait a month for that?
For them, you have to wait 28 days to get the second shot, and the place where I got mine just went ahead and scheduled it for like exactly a month from when I got the first one.
All right, yeah. Well, the half of the vaccine is coursing through my veins. I already feel stronger, so.
You have any?
I'm a much
effects?
better man for taking it. Side effects? No, not yet. My arm just hurt from the shot, but other than that, nah.
You said no, not yet. Did you just get it?
No, I will not. I didn't mean like not yet, but like when I get the second shot, that's when people say that they get the side effects.
Yeah.
Like that's what I meant by not yet.
Me and Tiff, when we got the second Moderna shot, obviously everybody's got soreness, where they get shots at. That's just normal. But
yeah,
we actually had like slight body aches for a day. We were all just kind of like chilling in the house, and all of our bodies were just kind of hurting. Well, at least mine and her. The kids obviously don't have a vaccinate. It's been a long day, guys.
Run it back.
The kids obviously are not vaccinated, so yeah, we just had like body aches and chills for like the first day after we got the second one, and then we were like right back to normal.
Odessa, she had a fever for like 2 days straight after her second shot.
Dang.
So who knows what's gonna happen to me?
That's good, man. We're on the right track. ABG's finally getting his own vaccination, which means now he can start living safely with the rest of us.
Did you hear about I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you hear about those what team was it? The baseball team, was it the Yankees? Where some of the team got COVID?
Yeah. After they
even though they're fully
vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing: is people aren't educated on vaccines, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how many times I've said this to friends and whatever. I get the flu vaccine every year, but I also get the flu just about every year. Like basically, vaccines aren't meant to help you prevent it. Well, it can, depending on the strain of disease that's out there. But the vaccines are also just supposed to help you from not dying or having terrible symptoms when you catch it. So just because we're vaccinated doesn't mean that you're not going to get COVID. You can still get COVID. I know people that got it after they got vaccinated. It's just that, but since they were already vaccinated, their symptoms only lasted a couple of days and they were good to go. It's just vaccines are help meant, to prevent the worse symptoms of the strain that you get.
Dang. Jared coming on unheard of, hitting us with cold, hard facts.
I mean, I just thought it was something everybody knows, because people get vaccinated every year and you still catch the cold and the flu. So, COVID is no different because now there is a bunch of variants out there, strains. So it's just like the flu now. Basically, we're gonna probably start getting a yearly booster shot from Pfizer and Moderna. I know they're all making them, and hopefully, you just don't get the strain that year. For whichever vaccine you get.
I feel you.
And speaking of strains and variants, we're just gonna go straight into it and hit y'all with the Loki show. And it's obviously over, so spoilers beware. It's about to get pretty spoilerific up in this conversation. If you uh, have not seen the finale or basically any of the episodes, you can just go ahead and skip maybe 5 minutes or so. You might be lucky to skip about 7 to 10 minutes because I know how we are. Um, I might post a minute mark in the video. Hey, if you don't want to listen to spoilers, go to this minute mark. But obviously, I can't do it on audio, so just go ahead and fast forward if you haven't seen it yet. But you've been warned. Spoilers are coming. And yeah, man, what do you think of the show?
I thought personally it was really good. It was probably the second best of the shows. I still think WandaVision is the best.
Oh man, I don't know. I think Loki was really a step above the rest, just based on the fact that of all the shows so far, Loki actually sets up things for the future. WandaVision, it's kind of like an internal storyline. It doesn't really set up anything except Wanda's future, and it's still really cool. You get to see a bunch of character growth in that show. But as far as the depth that Marvel goes to put it on, obviously WandaVision is extremely creative. They put that show out there. It was a pretty big risk to do the different decades and everything. But Loki, man, I think Loki has been the best MCU show on Disney Plus so far, and that's just because everybody already knows Loki. As far as fans go, I mean, this is a character that has been around since 2011. Like Loki is probably going to outlast all other of these original MCU characters at this point because now we're getting a season 2 of Loki, and who knows how far this show is going to go. Tom Hiddleston said he'll play Loki forever if the contracts just keep coming. Um, I like that it's a character we're all used to, and it's really weird because this Loki picks up after 2012, the Avengers, and in a way, I feel like it's almost the same Loki we got at the end of Ragnarok and then Infinity War, the one that kind of sacrifices himself because
Yeah.
they showed him his file and he kind of had to develop that growth a little early and he's like, "Oh, well this is my life anyways." And then he just kind of builds upon what he's already seen and God, what's her name? Sophia something. Whoever plays Sylvie, she is
Yeah.
amazing. Um, I don't know about you, you might think this is weird, but the fact that Loki fell in love with the version of himself was really funny, but it was also original to the character because he even
Oh
says that
yeah.
he's a narcissist.
Oh yeah. Like just him falling in love with himself. Like it made sense, and it was. I thought it was pretty fun. And so yeah, like I mean, they knocked it out of the park with this one, obviously, but I don't know that like I feel like the ending leaves me wanting more. You know what I'm saying? I feel there's a lot to be like. I feel like it kind of ended abruptly, even for like that really great scene with the one who remains or he who remains, and both the Lokis. Like I don't know. I just felt like the ending just just made me want more
I mean,
because the it starts branching off and everything, and then when Loki comes back, like like Mobius doesn't even know who he is.
yeah, because the TVA is already adjusted to a different version of Kang.
Yeah.
Uh, so I thought it was, yeah, it definitely leads you on a cliffhanger at the end. And um, Kang the Conqueror, by the way, that actor, at least the first version of him, because I know he's going to return and play the different versions that are probably more comic accurate. But that version of Kang was also really good,
Oh
and
yeah.
he played it really well. I liked it. And
What's the actor's name again?
who who plays Kang?
Yeah.
I think it's Joseph something.
So uh,
Hey man,
what was the HBO show he was on? Lovecraft Country.
yeah. Hmm.
Let's
Jonathan
see.
Jonathan Majors,
Jonathan Majors. Yeah, there we go.
and he's also already slotted to be in the next Ant Man film.
Yeah, the next Ant-Man movie, like I mean, he's doing big things, man. That Lovecraft Country was really good. I don't know. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't see it.
That was a pretty good show. But yeah, the way he portrayed Kang in this finale, it was funny, and I mean,
Yeah,
it was perfect to me.
that's probably the only time we're gonna get that version of him because the next version of Kang the Conqueror that we see is probably not gonna be like that. um, but man, I don't know. With all those different branches of the timeline, I'm just wondering, and this is just out of personal preference. Where's the Spider-Man trailer? Okay, it's coming out in December. We haven't even gotten a trailer for the movie, and that's not how marketing works. Okay, Loki's been
Bro,
out for close. Well, it's been out for half a week. The season finale at this point, and where is the trailer?
I mean, what better promo do you need for a movie like that than your two stars dating?
That is setting a precedent now, because in each of the other Spider-Man films, the
Oh yeah,
stars have dated.
come on, man. That's
So
all you need to know for that Spider-Man movie.
I mean, Spider-Man's already kind of getting spoiled because actors are coming out saying they're in it, and now the toys are getting leaked. So Marvel just needs to hop on it and give us a trailer. But
What toys leaked?
oh man, there's Funko Pops and Hot Toys released three different versions of suits. There's one suit where it's black and gold, almost like Wakandans made it, but it's got like Doctor Strange's magic built into the web shooters.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
I mean, that sounds pretty sick.
I mean it's actually pretty neat. I'm sorry guys, I didn't mean to go off on Loki, but I'm just saying. At this point, Black Widow's out, Loki's out. Where's our Spider-Man trailer?
I
So
mean, that's right. What when does the Doctor Strange movie come out?
next year, I think next November.
Sure. Man, I feel like everything now that COVID, you know, I mean, we've been in it for like a year and a half plus. Um and it just everything felt so stagnant then. Like now, everything's moving all fast paced. We're getting a whole bunch of Marvel content. Like,
It's true. It's
I
a good
mean,
time to be back and all. Uh,
but also back to Loki. I got a question for you.
okay.
Which version of Loki in the Void was your favorite one?
probably classic Loki with Richard E. Grant, who
Oh
sacrifices
yeah.
himself at the end.
Oh
Because
yeah.
man, he is in the dumbest costume. Like I know it's comic accurate, right? But he is just in the dumbest costume, and he's just like he's going all in on the character, man. Like at the end, he's just like glorious purpose, and I'm just like, dude, this
Yes.
guy, Richard Grant, man, he took it to heart. I really like classic Loki.
That was good. I think behind him, my second favorite, I don't know, it might be Kid Loki.
Oh man, I was gonna say alligator Loki.
Alligator, I almost said alligator Loki, but yeah, that Kid Loki, I mean that kid was a savage.
That's true.
He just looked straight at him. He's like, how'd you get here? I killed Thor.
Yeah, dude, and the man, literally they had so many Easter eggs while they was in the void. With like there was a Thanos helicopter. We saw Frog Thor, which was literally Chris Hemsworth's voice. He recorded himself like grunting, and and then we saw Kang the Conqueror's tower, but it was like a version of the old Avengers tower, just with Kang's name on it. Um,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I really like the Void episode. Um, the finale was really good. I'm trying to think of my favorite one. I'd probably say my favorite episode was their whole Nexus event where they was about to both die.
Yeah, like that was. I mean, that was a really good episode. I'm trying to. It's escaping my mind right now, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
And speaking of spoilers, we never saw where Renslayer went at the end.
That's true. That's true. Like that's another thing that I felt like they just left untied. Like when she gets to where she's going, because I mean we're thinking that she found a way to He Who Remains, right? So
Well, I don't know
when she gets there, what's
because
she gonna see?
Miss Minute said, she came in there, gives her a folder, and Renslayer's like, "What's this?" And she was like, "He thinks you can figure it out or whatever." And she's like, "He," and she just, she just opens up the Tempest and walks through to wherever. We're never given an answer on that. Um, I don't know, man. It's so weird because now I don't know. It's really weird how they're setting up the MCU. I really like what Loki did. Um, but man, the possibilities now with so many just open timelines seems like it's gonna get really. It's gonna be a big universe soon.
Oh yeah, like it just opened up the multiverse.
It's true, and yeah, we've got Multiverse of Madness coming up with Doctor Strange. I wonder if it. I don't think it will, but I wonder if somehow we'll see a scene in Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. I wonder if we'll see a scene that has to do with the multiverse in it. I know it's going to be like an origin story for him, but, we already saw Abomination in the trailer.
That's
So,
true.
who knows? But yeah, the future's looking pretty good. Loki was, I think, top notch. I hate that they're only doing like 6 episodes on streaming platforms. I think it's a bunch of bull. They could at least give us 10, like
Yeah, give us
Netflix.
10. Give us 10. Disney, if anybody over there at Disney and Marvel Studios is listening to this, give us 10 episodes, please.
Yeah, give us
At
10.
the minimum.
Give us 10,
Well,
Marvel.
maybe
We
at the
want it.
minimum 9.
So Marvel stuff, I'm looking really forward to. Trying to think, there was something else that was coming out. I don't know. It'll probably come back to me later. But I know Marvel stuff I was looking forward to, and God, I had I had it in my
You
head.
had it
I had it, and I lost it.
like a movie,
Basically, basically.
basically.
Yes,
Um,
yes. The other Disney Plus shows, like the Book of Boba Fett, Boba.
Boba,
Yeah, yeah.
Boba Fett.
It's been a long night, guys. Uh, and obviously Mando next season. You know, whenever that'll come out.
Oh yeah.
So just looking forward to all that stuff. I did see Black Widow recently, and I know you haven't seen it. I won't spoil it, but Rome, Georgia appears in the movie. if
That's the word around town.
Yeah, Rome, Georgia has a big part for the opening scenes, and I will just say that to me, the movie feels kind of disappointing, and we'll talk about it more after you see it. Just because they waited too long to release this film, and now that the character herself is dead, it's really weird. I don't know. We can talk about it more whenever you see it.
All right, all right. Maybe you said too much already. No, I knew that was gonna be weird though. That
It just feels like
that
out of
she,
place.
yeah. Like they should, like maybe this movie. What was a good time for this movie to come out? Probably after
Civil War.
Winter Soldier. Oh, Civil War.
Well, the timing of the movie is after Civil War.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's when she's on the run from the
Oh,
government.
and it's when she's on the run. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would have been the perfect moment. I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know when it was set.
Yeah, should have been before Black Panther, right after Civil War.
Most likely, yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah, we'll talk about it more whenever you see it. Tiff really liked it. I thought it was kind of sublime, but
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is. And speaking of final characters appearances, we're gonna get into the NBA Finals, where we got the two final teams in the NBA for the season: the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. We
That's right.
wanted we wanted old Drewby on here, and we'll get to him next week because he famously said when the Hawks first got in the playoffs that they were going to go to the finals, and we didn't. We got pretty close. I'll give them that. We got really close, and we exceeded our expectations.
Oh yeah.
But and I thought we could have beat the Giannis less Bucks. I know Trey was hurt. He was basically a liability in that last game, but we should have been able to beat the Bucks without Giannis.
Yeah, and I feel like that, like I mean, that Trey getting injured at that time, like how does that happen? Like,
I I'll tell you how it happens. I'll tell you how. Do you know how sometimes pride can come back as karma?
I guess.
So, get this. Game 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals, Trey is going off against Milwaukee. He does the little shimmy, shoots threes in people's faces, and then he comes back home and gets injured. Man, I don't want to say it, but I think his pride got in the way, man. He got some karma. He
No, I'll tell
decided
you what
to
got in the way.
he decided
That
to
damn
shimmy.
ref's foot got in the way.
I know, but I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, would that have happened if he didn't shimmy on Milwaukee? I don't know.
What? No, like what? I don't.
I
That's just like a freak thing that happens.
Look, we don't have to get into like religious beliefs or whatever. I'm just saying that sometimes I think there's certain points that will come back to bite you. And all I know is he shimmied and then he hurts his ankle. Okay?
I mean, who is
Pride
this
is
power
killing.
that doesn't like the shimmy?
I don't know. The god of
The
pride.
karma god, the pride god, the karma
Yeah,
god said like
the
it was
god of
taking
pride.
notes. So when he did the shimmy, it was like, hey, you don't you don't shimmy for the last time this series.
He's like, whoever up above was like, this is your first playoff series, right? Bam! Got him.
Well, if you don't chill out trying to shimmy on folks, no sir. Ref's foot, right up under his foot.
See, it
in
hurt us,
general.
man. It hurt us because what if Brooklyn comes back next year and they're fully healthy? That's a team not to be reckoned with, man. So I don't know. I still love the Hawks. We're obviously future is really bright. I don't know what's gonna
Oh
happen
yeah. I
for
mean,
free agency with John Collins, but future's really bright in Atlanta.
also, then I mean, I guess if you believe in the karma, maybe you believe in the butterfly effect. Like that little ref's foot turned turned a game 6 effort by Cam Reddish, and we get to see how much he's grown.
So that's why I like that's why I like the future because Cam Reddish looked really good in those final games. So yeah, future's pretty bright in Atlanta, man.
Oh yeah,
And we started talking about the finals. My segue game has been really good tonight as we're coming back. And then I just went off about the Atlanta Hawks. We'll talk more about that with Drewby next week
that's true. That's
because
true.
I just wanted to get him on there and talk about how another one of his big predictions just blew up in his face. So,
No, you just like to call out people for incorrect sports opinion. I mean, sports predictions.
I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it
All
is
right, man.
because,
I'm going
as
to
we
start
all
writing
know,
yours down.
go ahead. I bet I called Bucks in Phoenix. Go ahead.
What? So what's the final count? Who wins?
You want to be honest? Here's
What's
what
up?
I'm seeing. Here's what I'm seeing because I know I know that I called the NCAA championship correctly too, because Gonzaga was undefeated, and I was like, nah, Baylor's got all the momentum. Because if you're an underdog team like that, nobody counts you. Like so, I picked Baylor to win, and they won pretty handedly, by the way. And from what I've seen from Milwaukee the last couple games, I'm taking Milwaukee in 7. I don't think Chris Paul is going to get his first ring.
Milwaukee at 7. So the Bucks beat the Suns at home in Game 7.
Yes.
All right, but I mean, I maybe I'll let him call it because I mean, Drew has a nice little theory about this series, but I don't know, man. I'm calling Phoenix in 6.
All right. I hope you're right this time because you're on a really bad streak.
I mean, okay.
Dude, your screen just
Next game,
you just went headless for a second, like it was just your shirt and everything.
I had to face palm myself. It's been so many incorrect predictions. I really didn't want to predict, but I was like, I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm a bitch if I don't. So I'm gonna do it. But I mean, we're going back to Phoenix for what Game 5,
Yeah,
and I feel like they're gonna win that.
I do too.
And I don't know, man. A lot of a lot of East teams been getting put away at home.
Well, here's what I see is all of these games, especially the ones that Phoenix has won, there's only a differential of about 9 points. So no team is really getting blown out in this finals. I
Yeah,
just know that from what I see is that Milwaukee has the answers on some days, and even when they don't have the answers, they're still pretty close. So, um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think that to me, momentum is a huge factor in these types of sports, especially basketball, when you have a 7 game series. And from what I've seen, games 3 and 4, I don't care if it was in Milwaukee, man. They look like they got something rolling.
I mean, yeah.
And
Well,
I'll say this before Drew gets on next week. Even though I do love my Hawks, and I feel like we could have beat Giannis and the Bucks, uh, and they still beat us. I hate that Coach Bud was celebrating going to the finals on our floor because he didn't want to stick around for this rebuild. So I just want to put it out there. Screw you, Coach Bud.
you got it here first, folks.
So I just hated getting to see him celebrate on the Hawks floor. They could have at least just beat us in Milwaukee. But
That's true.
yeah, I mean I don't know, man.
I mean, hey, we've been through two coaches and made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
And now, thank God, I've been calling it for weeks. Nate McMillan is officially the head coach. They finally signed him.
That's right.
So, future's bright, Atlanta. Future's bright. And it's
I mean,
you can't even get down about it because we weren't even projected to make the playoffs at the beginning of the season.
no way. It was like it looked like we were dead. Like I mean, everybody says it. Like it looked like we were dead in the water. Right before the All Star break. So,
No,
but I mean, they showed what moxie, right?
yeah,
They stayed in the fight.
but yeah, man, I don't know. It's been a really good year. Now, shifting my sights to the football time of the year because love some NFL football and I love fantasy football. I love watching you get beat every year in fantasy. And
Dude, I'm telling you, we're gonna have a great season this year. I promise you that.
we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully. um, but yeah, man, I don't know. I feel pretty good. Everything's heading in the right direction in Atlanta, and we got ourselves good future. I hope. I don't know about the Falcons, man. I don't know. They got to prove some stuff to me this year, but I know our offense is loaded again, even without Julio. So, yeah, Falcons, we better be proving ourselves this year, man.
Yeah, I mean, so this is. I mean, it's always must win, but this season is very much a must win.
I don't even care if we win like a Super Bowl this year. I just know that if we don't make it to the playoffs,
We need a playoff run, and we need a. I feel like we need a strong playoff run. Like the Hawks. I mean, relating it back to the Hawks. The Hawks had a strong playoff run. Let's get let's get a nice playoff run for the Falcons, man.
yeah. I mean, what do you think? Is it realistic to go to the playoffs in our division this year?
I mean, the Bucks are still absolutely loaded. The Buccaneers.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
sorry.
know, I know. We
I
just got done
mean,
talking about NBA, so it was
I'm sorry for our audio listeners. Jared gave me a weird look when I said the Bucks. So,
yeah. Well,
but
it came back to me as soon as you said it. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. We just
they still got I mean the greatest quarterback of all time. So that's a bit of a downfall. Panthers. Who did Panthers pick up at
Sam
quarterback? Did they
Darnold.
get Car? Oh, they got Sam Darnold. I thought they got Carson Wentz at first. I'm tripping, but yeah. I mean, they pick up anybody else of significance? They still got Christian McCaffrey, right?
They still do
I
have the
mean,
best running back in the league. Yeah.
they so I mean that's another thing. Uh, the Saints. I mean,
Saints are a weird team this year. I don't know if they're gonna stick with Jameis or Taysom Hill.
are they? I mean, do you start Taysom Hill
They
just
they
because he can hurdle people? Like, do you start Taysom Hill?
do they sign him to like a 3 year, $100 million deal?
Oh my god!
I I honestly think the reason that they brought Jameis back was because they all expect him to be the starter by the end of the season. Taysom Hill's contract isn't even guaranteed. Like he signed for $100+ million, but they could cut him today and he wouldn't get nothing.
I mean, I guess he got to prove it then, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is what
It's
it
a
is.
it's a showdown. It's a showdown of the quarterbacks. Taysom Hill, the subpar quarterbacks in New Orleans. We got Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston.
And Jameis Winston, who did a 30 for 30 just by himself his last year at the Bucks, throwing 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions, got
Yes,
his own
sir.
ESPN special.
And the team he just played against, played for, got a Super Bowl.
That's how it is sometimes, man. All it really takes is like the right leader.
Maybe it's time for James to prove it, man. Maybe he becomes a problem for the division.
He probably could be.
But I doubt it.
I mean,
I
Drew
don't know.
Brees has been training him for a year, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Um,
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the original question was, do I see us making the playoffs in the division? I can see it. I can see it.
I see us oddly as the second best team
Oh
in the
yeah, second
division,
best team.
talent
Absolutely.
wise. Talent wise, I just know that the Falcons might find a way to screw that up, as they usually do.
I don't know, man.
And then
I feel like we're gonna have.
we got a new head coach too. So, but more teams are making the playoffs now thanks to the whole new set of rules. So I'd say it's likely we make the playoffs, given the rest of the outlook of the NFC.
I
Just
mean,
gotta,
and we got an extra game,
yeah, extra game,
17 games.
extra playoff spots.
So
So yeah, we probably go on a run. Well, I don't know
this
about a
might this
run.
might be this might shape up to be a really great season or a really heartbreaking season because if we're out there yucking it up, we get 17 games to watch them yuck up one extra one.
You know what happens this season, right? If
So
if the Falcons really don't make the playoffs this year, they were already talking about it this past offseason finally. Matt Ryan is they're probably going to draft his replacement next season if we don't make the
um,
playoffs.
I mean, I thought we were gonna go with a quarterback regardless this season, but
I think it was a good move going with Pitts at
oh
4,
yeah, I mean, I think it was a good move, but I mean, it's not what I expected.
just because there's quarterbacks every year that could turn into something great.
Yeah,
So getting Pitts this year, yeah, that was a really good addition.
yeah, that's like that's picking up a real good talent for long run. That's like pretty much guaranteed going to be a good talent.
It's true. It's true.
Because
Um,
these fools in college that for a quarterback they can go for one season, they can go for dang three,
yeah,
and so
it's
then
true.
some of them still don't shape up in the NFL. So who knows?
Yeah. Um, tell you what, man. So yeah, it's been a pretty good show. Um, and getting into a couple other things, closing it down. This day, we are recording this podcast on the 16th. Well, for me, now it's just crossed that threshold for ABG in his time zone. But recording this,
17th.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just cross the threshold to the 17th. So
So, but recording this on the 16th, just wanted to get into that history. I'm a pretty big history guy. And July 16th, 1945, we successfully tested the first atomic bomb
sweet,
in New Mexico.
nice. So that's I mean that's a I mean then they drop those bombs on people, dude.
We did. They did drop them. But also, don't mess with America.
That's a very noteworthy thing to bring up.
I mean, hey, they did a Pearl Harbor, and we just dropped 2 atomic bombs. That's how
Chill
we do it in America.
out. Chill out.
I mean, I didn't plan for the conversation to go that way, but then
You had
you
to
brought it
know
up.
it was gonna go that way.
um,
July 16th. What an obscure date.
it's when it was first tested successfully.
Did you just have that on top of your dome? Like what did you go through to find that fact out today? Twitter?
So, no, not Twitter. Sometimes I do. Uh, you know how they've got like this day in history, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, pops up sometimes, and I read it earlier today, and I was like, oh yeah, and, the Manhattan Project and developing the A bomb was a pretty big feat. Even though now with atomic bombs and nuclear weapons, we never really want to really piss anybody off because everybody's got
Exactly.
nukes. Everybody's got the same weapons now, so you really don't want to piss a country off enough to go there. That's why everybody was afraid when Donald Trump was president.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, that was one of the many reasons because they were just like, oh, he's gonna piss like Russia off or somebody. They're gonna nuke us.
yeah. Okay. I don't know. Now I feel like I have to talk about this. How likely do you think it to all end with nukes?
How likely do I think?
Yeah, like 1 out of 10. 10 being the
Mm,
likeliest, of course.
probably two.
Yeah,
I just don't think anybody's willing to go that far because they know, like literally, especially America, we've literally got these nukes everywhere. Like if you mess with us, you're done for like really quickly. And other countries can hit us in a relatively short time, depending on which bases they come from. So I don't know though. I just don't think any like right now in the world, we've we've got a bunch of stuff going on in the Middle East still for no reason other than countries just want oil at this point. Uh, but literally, we've got like the top 4 or 5 superpowers in the country, and everybody kind of knows where they're at. Nobody's really trying to overtake land anymore. That's a thing of the past. Everybody's pretty much happy with where their countries are, and there's not really any big conflicts. Like it would be something if we said, "Oh, we're going to go to war with Russia," right? Or we're going to go to war with China. But nobody's doing that because we know how like big of a threat that actually is. We're just going to these small well, they're not small. They're all important. But we're just going to these conflicts in like Africa and the Middle East to stop insurgents in these small territories.
I don't even know no insurgents. That's a Cal Williams reference. Sorry. Um, but I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I don't feel like that the nuke stuff will ever happen. Like I was gonna give it a soft 3, but two is also good. So
And plus, I feel like if our country was threatening nuclear war, um, we'd be the country to actually try to overthrow the government. I mean, we've already had people storm through the Capitol, you know, um, and starting a nuclear war. I think that's something a lot of people can get behind stopping. So,
I mean, the United States government has been toppling governments and all that for years. So
yeah, but it started with the citizens.
I guess that's just a United States thing.
It's true. Well, it's not just a United States thing.
It's not just a United States thing. Of course, it happens in other countries, but
Yeah, but like I said, it doesn't really happen anymore. Like, because think about it. If we didn't have nuclear weapons, right? Um, we could probably go into Mexico and Canada and say, we want your land and we're going to beat you for it. But we don't, even though we could probably overthrow those countries really easily.
who knows? Maybe the Canadian Army is very strong. They still travel on moose.
Yeah. And they still have the heads that are in 2 pieces.
The heads that are in 2 pieces.
That's a South Park reference, man. Like that's how they
Oh,
that's how they display Canadians.
oh yeah. Okay, yeah. With their lopsided heads.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. I mean, of course, nobody's gonna do that, but I don't know. Maybe nowadays the U.S. maybe we get our asses kicked by another country. Who
Oh, we
knows?
definitely could.
Hell, it's already happening in the Olympics.
Oh,
We're getting our
yeah.
asses kicked by Nigeria and Australia. So
Russia would stand a really good chance in war against us. China would also stand a really good chance in war against us. But that's why I said everybody, especially the top five superpowers, they don't want to mess with anybody else. It's not like that anymore. The way everything is modernized and whatnot. And speaking of the Olympics, I'm very disappointed in the USA basketball team.
Um,
Very
yeah,
disappointed.
I
Why are
guess.
why aren't we blowing people out? Okay, that's what we do in America, where we've got the best basketball athletes.
I mean, that's true, but these boys probably is tired, man.
I don't care.
They
They
just
shouldn't have
played a
played.
full season. A lot of these guys are still the ones who are going to be playing in the final. I mean, the finals in the Olympics. There's some of them are still in the finals right now. Like they're going to be
Well, they make
playing
that.
these finals and then hopping on a jet to Tokyo
They make that
right after
decision.
that.
They shouldn't have made that decision then if they was going to be tired.
So
I tell
I
you
don't
what.
even. I mean, what last Olympics we finished like top 10. We finished like seventh or something like that.
Oh
Did we
man, we
win the
got the
gold?
gold.
Did we get the gold?
Yeah, we was
How many
blowing
times?
everybody out.
How many times have we won the gold?
A lot.
Maybe maybe I was thinking about the FIBA. I know. I mean, I know we haven't won gold all the time.
Not all the time, but we win it a majority of the time. This looks like a year that we're not going to win it.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't think we're gonna win.
but like Greg Popovich, man, I've seen some of his press conference. I don't know if you saw the one where he kind of snaps back at the reporter,
No,
but
I didn't see that.
it was very Trump-like. And for somebody that criticized Trump like he did, he sounds just like him in a lot of these press conferences where he's firing back at reporters. He was just like, well, you assumed something and it wasn't true. Even though if you look up the facts that the reporter said, it's 100% true because like a reporter was claiming in the last Olympics we were blowing teams out, and Pop was like, "That's not true," and everybody in the room is like, "Yeah, it is. Like we were blowing teams out in the last Olympics. For instance, we got beat by Nigeria, a team that we beat by 80 points in the previous Olympic exhibition games.
Tragic.
So um, the Olympic roster this year is just not that great for the men's basketball either. And they've been saying it on sports shows, but just about all the best centers in the NBA now are from other countries, and so we have no good centers lining up to be on the Olympic team. I mean, think about it: Joel Embiid, different country; like Nurkic, different country. The MVP,
Rudy Gobert. I mean, I said MVP. What wasn't he like
no,
defensive
Rudy
player of the
Go.
year?
Well, yeah, but he's from a different country also.
Yeah,
Nikola, the Joker,
yeah, Jokovic,
yeah, the MVP.
Jokic.
Yeah,
Wait, what's it?
and he's different country. Like, yeah, all the best centers in the NBA are from a different country.
That's
So
true.
we're playing small ball, and it looks like we're gonna get wrecked this year.
Yeah. But they finally got a win though. Who they get that win against?
Australia,
Oh, they got a. Oh, they played Australia again.
or sorry, no, Australia beat us.
Yeah.
We who did we beat? I don't know.
Maybe they're just publicizing the losses, man. Let's get behind the wins.
Yeah, but we've only won one out of three, and then they had to cancel this past Friday's game because of COVID. Now Bradley Beal's not going to be able to be on the team, and
That's true. Who are they gonna get
Kevin.
to replace him?
Oh man, they brought in a nobody. I don't even know his name.
Oh, really? They
Yeah,
already got him?
yeah, and then Kevin Love quit because he said he's still recovering, and I was appalled that he was even on the Olympics team because he hasn't played like a full season in 3 years. And he kind of sucks compared to a lot of the players in the NBA right now. But
Oh god.
Kevin Love's replacement, get this, JaVale McGee.
We're getting. I mean, we're winning. We're winning gold now. Like, what do you mean? KD and JaVale McGee. Come on, man.
I think we'd be lucky to win bronze this Olympics.
We're winning gold, bro. Don't even trip. We got JaVale McGee. How many rings does he have?
Two,
Two.
two or three.
I think he has three. I
Because
was
I
leaning
think
more towards three.
he either won once or twice with Golden State. I
Yeah,
can't
with
remember
Golden
how many
State.
years he was with them at the end. Um, Maybe he was there for both of KD's rings, and then he joined Los Angeles, I think. Yes,
Yeah, won a ring
and
with
won it
them.
with LeBron. So
So that man's a champion.
yeah,
So he's gonna fire this team
but
to
is
win
he an
gold.
Olympian? That's what we
Mark
need.
my words, he's gonna be a champion. He's gonna be Olympic champion, finals champion. It don't matter. JaVale McGee's there, they winning.
And you know what? I used to say that uh, I didn't like watching the exhibition games for Olympics until the Olympics actually started for basketball, just
Yeah.
because we were always blowing teams out and it was just kind of boring. But now that we're losing, I'm just like, hey man, where's the 80-point blowouts? You know?
You get used to stuff until it stops happening, then you're like, yeah, what's going on?
I really miss it, man. I really miss. I mean, we'll see. You know, maybe they're just playing around because it has been a long year for them.
No, man, controversy uh breeds viewers. It breeds
See,
interest. So
man,
that's what they lost two in a row.
here's
Then they went to go get JaVale McGee. Now they're winning.
here's uh Bradley Beal's replacement, uh, Keldon Johnson. You know who that is? I
Nah.
I don't. What
What does
team
he
does he
play
play
for?
for? I don't know.
Search him up.
Keldon Johnson. Let's see. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, he plays for the Spurs. Go figure.
I was
Pop.
kind of hoping that you found it slower because that was almost a good unheard of song right there. Nice little jingle.
Man, I'm just like, and why did they get Keldon Johnson, man? Like Trey Young was literally on the roster as part of like the final cuts, right? Um, they should have brought Trey Young up, man. I think there's some bad blood between Lloyd Pierce and Trey Young because Lloyd Pierce is on the Olympic coaching team, and he's probably like, nah, we don't want Trey on this team. Not after Atlanta just had the success without me there.
Probably so. He's gonna be an embarrassment to America, shimmying on all these other teams and stuff, and crossing them up and shooting from 90 feet out.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Especially if they wanted a scorer to replace Bradley Beal. Man,
Exactly.
come
I'm
on.
like, come on, come
Shoot.
on.
I don't even care, man. They can screw themselves. We about to get this bronze and be proud.
Tell you, we're going all the way. We're going gold, man. That's my next big sports prediction.
I hope it's right. I don't think
We're
it's
about
gonna
to start
happen.
blowing teams out.
I'm probably gonna. I mean, I might be wrong on that one. Who knows? I don't think it's gonna happen, but I hope we win gold. So yeah, and I felt like I had something else to say right here at the end, but now it's leaving me again. This just keeps happening today. A lot of people don't know. Wife's out of town. I'm watching these boys, and so my mind is like, and I know this is what she feels like all the time, but now the mind is just like 100 miles an hour, and I'm forgetting the like a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about or remember.
It's that dad life, man.
Yeah, it's the real dad life, man. I do love these boys though.
That's good, man.
So, oh yes, I do recall the last thing I wanted to discuss was people, and we've talked about it before. They still don't know how to Google things, man. Um, I literally had a friend on Facebook who posted a link because everybody's getting these new child tax credits if they have kids from the government, at least until the end of the year, just because of the last recovery plan that got passed in Congress or whatever. So somebody posted a link that said, along with the child tax credits, a fourth stimulus check was passed. This time it was for $2,500 a person. And immediately I was like, okay, this is wrong. And I'm about to fact check this person and embarrass her on Facebook. But somebody had already beat me to it. And they were like, yeah, this isn't real. But then she doubles down and she's like, oh, it's real. Read the article. I'm like, the article is from a website called Pink Paradise or something like that. It's not a real news site.
Paradise.
Like, literally, go get your news from an actual source, Google it before you post it on Facebook and say it's real. Because then, when you double down on it, you look even more dumb.
Yeah, like people on Facebook be believing the wildest stuff. Like, and plus, people know during these stimulus checks talks, like they're gonna take a long time. You're gonna hear it from a reputable news source, probably before you hear it from pinkparadise.com.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. People are wilding.
I mean, I hope that, when her stimulus check doesn't hit the direct deposit in the next week, that she understands that it didn't happen and maybe she'll do her research. But God, man. Literally, there's so many people that we grew up with. And I know it's not just the South and Georgia. I know it happens all over the country, man. But in that little isolated part, there's a lot of people I see on Facebook who just don't know how to use Google. And they just see something on Facebook, they share it, they're like, boom, guys, look what's happening. We're getting more money. You don't got to go back to work. We're getting more money.
Oh, damn, that was somebody we went to school with that shared it.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, grew up with.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
I mean, heck,
We all.
my own family does this crap. They don't know how to Google things, and then I fact check them all the time.
Well, I mean, I feel like okay. I feel like you don't have an excuse if you are anywhere from I'm gonna say 35 to like 18. Google something.
Yeah, if you have a smartphone, okay, which everybody does, okay, it's pretty easy to search up another source. Just because I don't even care if it's like Pink Paradise or whatever. Like, if it's confirmed by another source, you Googled it, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's all over these trending headlines, so it's true. Um, then, that's okay. But if you just share something you see for the first time and you don't even look into it, you just kind of look dumb to me.
But like the funniest thing to me is like it'd be the dumbest stuff too. Like the dumbest stuff.
What about those pictures that people share, and it's like crystal blue waters and everything, and they just put the dumbest places, like, oh guys, look at these beautiful lakes in Rome, Georgia, and you're like, that is not Rome, Georgia.
Or like it'd be like those Facebook is gonna be deleting
Oh
your
yeah,
account soon. Like share this with 5 friends and show Facebook that you're still uh an active page.
what about
Like
yeah, that, and how people will post that stuff and be like, yeah, Facebook ain't gonna take me or my guns down.
sheesh. Hate to see it, man. People going outside on the internet every day. And all it does for me is create comedy. So that's why I
Yep.
say the internet is the best place in the world.
Sometimes it can also be the worst place.
I mean, don't look at bad stuff. It'll be all right.
People get bullied too. It happens.
Hey, man,
So, hey man,
close your phone, close your laptop, get some fresh air.
that's true. You can't always stop it.
None of this internet stuff is important.
So, Yeah, man. I
except
think
for unheard of.com, unheard of, uh, uh,
we
everywhere.
we do not have a
We,
website.
we don't
Unheard
have a
of
website,
unheardof.com does
but
not exist.
we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it unheard of. We're the most important on the internet.
Well, maybe when we start making money, domain names cost a little bit every year. So right now we'll just keep using Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And did you take a listen to the show on the last one?
Oh yeah, of course. Like any episode of Unheard of that I'm not on, like I listen to because I don't like hearing my own voice. So I mean, a lot of people don't do that, of course,
Yeah.
but I mean, sometimes I'll take a listen every once in a while. I know you listen all the time because you have to edit the show, so
That's
you make
true.
the promos, all that stuff, and so. But me personally, man. But yeah, I listened to the show. You guys held it down. It was a great show.
Did did you listen or watch? Cause I thought the psych was pretty good too.
Yeah, I listened. I didn't watch. I listened one day at work, so I have to go back and watch because the psych sounded like it was really good.
Yeah, everybody's getting used to the psych faces now too. They know how to set them, so
Yeah,
it's getting really good. We gotta bring the boys back on and play it. I'm still. I know. We've talked about this. I'm still looking for other creative ideas. Listeners, you can feel free to share any information on our Facebook or wherever. Um, because I think there's some cool creative ideas out there where we could play, something other than Psych 2. We can play like a popular app or whatever. We don't have to stream the PlayStation, but we could play something fun and screen share and all that good stuff for the pod one day.
you're right. You're right.
So yeah, if you got any creative ideas, feel free to shoot them our way. Because sometimes we can get pretty boring, and we know it.
Well, we hope you guys are enjoying this episode. If you got this far, like I say all the time, if you got this far, thank you for listening. I mean, if you got this far, I'm sure you're one of our listeners who just like listen all the time. So, of course, I thank you guys all the time, but also, once again, thank you.
It's true.
And yeah, you guys are the reason we do what we do.
Yep, and we appreciate everybody tuning back in, especially after our official break. We know we've taken weeks off before, but those are usually times where it's not really planned to take weeks off. We just kind of don't hit the schedule in or whatever. But this was a planned break, and it was pretty good. Glad to be back and keep doing the show for all of you.
Oh, yeah, you know what it is. It's unheard of all day, every day. Unheardof.com coming soon.
It's true. Maybe. Probably. We'll see. A lot of places don't even need a website anymore until you hit it really big.
Oh, yeah,
So,
no, I mean, listen, social media is really all you need. We're gonna be making a unheard of OnlyFans, so you guys subscribe to that.
yeah, I'll
So,
do I'll do ASMR, but like in a soothing, sexy way, I guess.
yo, have you ever seen? I don't even know if this is gonna make a noise or not, but like, I, you have TikTok?
Well, I have it, but I never open it. Like Tiff will
Oh
send
yeah,
me
you
some
said you don't. Yeah,
videos.
you don't like TikTok.
Well, I don't not like it. I'm just like a old man at heart, I guess. It takes me forever to adjust. Like I'm literally just now getting into the habit of using Twitter a lot.
Yeah,
I'm probably like 6 years behind everybody else. So
6 years.
give me another 2 to 3 years, and I'm sure I'll be using TikTok all the time.
All right, but okay, so there's these like, you can go live on TikTok,
Okay.
and there's this like one account where she does ASMR, but she like is I guess she's speaking, but she's like really just like clicking her tongue.
Oh.
She's really just kind of going like not even like that, but she's like actually it seems like she's making noise, but I can't duplicate those
Yeah.
sounds with my mouth. But it's just really weird ASMR.
Hmm.
Like we should start doing you start doing that is what I'm saying.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I've joked around with Tiff before. I'm like, hey, You know how much people are making for just like posting pictures of their feet? Like, you got some really nice feet, babe. Like,
Yeah.
let's go make thousands of dollars.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, people make a lot of money, a ton of money on
And they
feet
don't even,
pics. So
yeah, you don't even have to expose yourself. You can make money for just doing the simplest things on there, supposedly.
I mean, you're exposing your feet, dude.
Yeah, but people that walk around with sandals and stuff all the time, like, your feet are already out there.
Yeah, but that's like
I don't know how you
I feel
make
like that's
a
indirect. That's
I don't know
indirect
how you make like a
feetness.
sexy foot pic, okay? Like, what do you just do? You just take a
I think you
picture of
just
it
take a picture of your feet.
and it's just like dipped in chocolates and strawberries or whatever. I mean, I don't
I
know.
mean, maybe so maybe like for like a special kind of thing, but I'm under the impression that some people just like to see feet, like just regular
Dude,
feet.
I'm just saying, and I know
So
we never talk about this stuff on the
you
air.
just take a simple picture of your feet. They're all over it, dog.
I'm just saying, we never talk about this stuff you know, while we're like on the show. I just I don't understand foot fetishes, man.
Yeah, this is
don't
a nice little
get it.
epilogue for the show.
Yeah, I just don't get the fetish, man. Like, because the idea, like, I'll massage Tiff's, feet every now and then. But
Okay, Jared like them.
I cannot fathom the idea of like putting her toes in my mouth, and doing that type of crazy stuff.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Just because I
I'd
know
probably never pop a toe in my mouth, but I mean,
I've
I'm not
got,
afraid of feet. I'm not afraid of feet, but like,
well, I just know I've
I don't
got
know. I don't
nasty
see
feet
anything
myself,
appealing
man.
about it.
Like, I don't want
Yeah.
anybody sticking their mouth on my toes. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, okay. So I mean, I feel like if we're going to go into this conversation, is it is it's a lot of men that like feet pics, right? Do
I would
women
assume so.
do women like men's feet?
I don't know.
I'm sure there has to be, right? Like
That's a
in a
good
world of
idea.
infinite possibilities, I feel like
We
they
need
they uh they got women feet lovers
we need to get
for
a woman
men.
on here and discuss what type of different pics they're attracted to, right? Because we all know that there's really one certain pic that men specialize in, but it's pretty bland and generic, right?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
not everybody's got washboard abs, and I don't even know if women. I mean, I guess they like it, but would they like it enough to be sent pictures of that and just look at that all the time? I don't know.
abs.
I'm
Are you
not
talking
a
about
woman.
abs or feet?
Abs.
Oh yeah, I mean
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We need a woman on here to discuss that.
that's
And
true.
and speaking of ASMR, if I can get Tiff on the show one of these days, she's a really big ASMR fan. Uh, she could probably bring some insight into it because
Maybe
I only found out
we
about it
just
just from her.
we could just have our smooth ASMR voices on for the whole
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, that could be a special. Now you're listening to Unheard of.
It's unheard of. You know what it is.
Well,
All day long.
we can't do it next week because Drew's gonna be on and he's got a loud mouth.
Well, yeah.
But the
But
week
yeah,
of
yeah,
that,
yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do an ASMR episode. If you guys
in
are listening, let us know if you guys want us to do an ASMR episode.
in the news this week, 3 women discovered they were dating the same man. Then they dumped him and went on a months-long road trip together.
Oh yeah.
That's a real storyline.
Where are you reading that from?
Yahoo.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good weird news
It's true.
story.
Hey, that's already an idea. That's a creative
Is
idea
that
that we just thought of right now. An ASMR episode.
we're just riffing. We're just riffing right now. Like I hope you guys are enjoying this episode.
We've basically reached the point of the episode's over. We're just talking now.
Yeah, this is just the conversation now. Uh, but glad to be back. Glad to be back. I hope you guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode that I wasn't on. I mean, like I said, those are the ones I enjoyed. So I don't know what that says about my self esteem, but
Nah, everybody else enjoys you, man.
hey, try to be
And
enjoyable.
and you was on the show. You was on the show. Even for people watching, listening, the last bit when we close out the show, it is Arthur's voice that says
Oh,
it
I
once
mean, yeah.
again. Thanks for
And once
listening.
again, yeah, this is
Yeah.
Boo.
So you are
Unheard of.
credited. You're on the show.
Yeah, I'm always here. It's unheard of.
So
We always here.
that's true. But yeah, I
But
mean, I'm glad. You know, we'll get that stuff out of the way. We'll talk about specials later, and we'll have Drew on next week. And if anybody wants to follow me on social media, my Twitter is at Jerod Evans. And TSA update. My claim is in. Still have not received official word from the TSA that they even have it. So we're chugging along. We're on the ride. It can take up to 6 months, 7 months, whatever. It's the government.
is the TSA the government?
Yeah, it's a federal agency.
Oh, sweet.
They literally tell
But
you when you file a claim that it can take 6 months or longer for the whole process.
6 months or longer.
Yeah. So,
Tragic.
yeah, that's just an update. It is what it is.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, if I wanted to, close it off with some thoughts. I mean, once again, thanks everybody for listening. I got this. I got this first shot. I got it for the fans. I got it for the listeners. I'm sure they were tired of me saying I didn't have my vaccine. So
We all were.
and also I did it for everybody else. I come into contact with a lot of people during the day. So
Well, it was that, along with the combination that you were the one talking about all these COVID measures for the longest time. And then you
hey
took the
man,
longest to get the vaccine.
I'm still trying to be safe. So
Hey, it is what it is. Better safe than sorry.
exactly. And you can find me on Twitter at young without the O underscore ABG. You can find us on Twitter at unheard underscore of pod. That's going to be the same on Instagram, Facebook. I mean, search us up. We there. Follow links. We got links. We got YouTubes. We on Spotify, man. We everywhere.
It's true.
We on Apple Music probably. We on. Does Pandora have podcasts?
I think
We on
so.
Pandora.
I don't use Pandora. I'm not sure who does.
My sister uses Pandora.
I
For some
use.
reason she likes it.
Well, I have Spotify Premium, I guess.
Yeah.
So I
I mean,
don't.
like a regular human.
Yeah. So I don't really know. Let me check. We are not on Pandora.
No Pandora. Sorry,
We're on
sis. You
Pocket
can't.
Casts.
You can't listen to this. Pocket Cast.
We're on Pocket Casts and Google Podcasts. We used to be on Apple Podcasts. Not anymore.
So we're not on Apple anymore.
No, distribution settings have changed recently. So
Oh man, Apple, get in touch with us. Call us, man. We need to get back on there.
true. It's true. So yeah, we're glad to be back. Season 3, Episode 1 in the chronological order of our show. Starting basically a new year for us because it's been over a year. And yeah, always glad to be here. And once again, we love you, we hear you, and we hope you hear us here at Unheard of. And once again, I'm Jerod.
And I'm Arthur, and this was
Unheard of.